Maybe you could by the end of this, because I want to stream on YouTube as well, just so that way you don't have to kind of wait for the whole, like, hours to watch, like, tutorials and everything. Because once I stream, the videos you would be seeing where it's like, oh, how to do this or how to do that on Daybreak, you just see right here, right now. So that's kind of what we're trying to do, is get to 1K. We're close. We have 100 left. 100 left. And then we're good. But today I decided I wanted to kind of show you guys and kind of help you understand, because I played every single player. No, I played every single type of player in the game. So you have, you know, your supports, but you also have your healers. And so when you go to your supports, you're like, here are all of your supports. They're all very useful. Then you see some of them, like, their healing is like a 10. A lot of their healings are 10 out of 10s. And so I'm going to kind of just tell y'all how to be good support players. Also, you hear anything in the background, that's the fan. Let me move that further away from me, actually, real quick. I also have an air purifier going. So, yeah. But today, we're just going to tell y'all how to be a good healer slash support. So the supports, if you don't know, I already did a tutorial on how to be a good killer, how to be a good survivor, how to play Daybreak 2. So you can check those videos out if you want. They should still be on the page, honestly. But now we're just going to kind of go to support. Here are all your supports. Arlo, 10 out of 10 healing. Barrett, 9 out of 10. Callum, 10. Day, 10. Dakari, 7. Dante, 9. Elijah, 7. Emil, 10. Tabitha, 10. Evelyn, 10. Iris, 9. Kelvin, 6. Oop. Lyndon, 9. Millicent, 7. Serena, 7. Okay, so basically here are all of our supports, right? Now we're talking about how to be a good healer, because all these are actually really good supports in general. They're all good, but I'm gonna tell you how to be a good healer, because a lot of people like to play and be a healer main, but they're not good at their job at all. And so I was like, let me make this tutorial, because a lot of people are like, I don't know who I want to play, or especially if you're just starting out in the game, you never really know who you want to play. So I'm just gonna tell y'all right here, right now, Day, in my opinion, is useless. Day's ability purely relies on the downfall of the team. So when your ability relies on the downfall of the team, but even then, not even just the regular downfall, it's not like Becca, where her ability, it's like it does kind of rely on the downfall of the team a little bit, but it's not a thing where it's just when somebody gets down and killed, right? When somebody gets down or killed, she gains a stack. But unlike Day, he has to get the revive to gain an extra stack, or he gets it's a thing where a lot of Day mains want all the revives, even when they're across the map. And even if you get there, if I'm already right there, I'm gonna get it. Also, I have this belief that if I'm a healer too / support, I'm taking the heal. I don't care if you're already there, great, but I'm gonna start the heal off, and I might give you the heal, but that's not a guarantee every single time. And so, as a healer or support, you need to play with people that benefit the team and not just yourself. Because Day purely benefits yourself, and it's also a thing of, if you want it just for the stamina, you're never going to learn how to actually loop with low stamina, because you're going to have great stamina. The stamina is already 9 out of 10 on a regular day. So when you have the bonus, stack, Day gets, an extra stamina or something. It gets an extra healing speed or whatever. And so all I do know is Day has such a high stamina and high stats, except for repair, that imagine just trying to play him basically. It's one of those things where you just really already know how it's gonna be. And me personally, hold on, because I posted on the Daybreak Reddit a while ago about all these healers, and I posted about Day because, me personally, I just don't think Day is a good character to play. At all. At all. If you ask me, I'm going to say Day mains, a good majority of them. It's a good majority to the point where it's kind of a problem. But the Day mains that I play with, or have played with, they're really possessive, honestly. Let me find the post, because it's somewhere out here. I made a post. Okay, here it is. I'm finding it, by the way, guys. Sorry. Also, I don't know why I'm like really sniffly. But basically, I talked about how healers, they do need to chill. Because if you're going to be a healer, be a good one. Invert off. If you're going to be a healer, be a good one. Because a lot of them are possessive. And a lot of them also don't. If you're going to be a healer, you can't be one of those people who's like, give me the heal, give me the heal, give me the heal. But when you don't get the heal, you're angry. You can't be one of those people, because those people are truly obnoxious to play with. Then they keep playing a healer. But it's worse when you have somebody, especially like a Day, where their ability relies on the downfall of their team, but you don't get any benefit. Like, at least Emil and Day kind of have the same thing, except for the fact that at least Emil, he gets a little bit of a shield. He gets a little shield when he gets in contact with the killer. Unlike Day's ability purely benefits himself, because at the end of the day, your ability is only good once you have all your stacks, and that's really just not useful to me. You can play Day all you want, I don't care, but that's just my personal opinion. And then it's like a good majority want the revive, but they will bully you if they don't get it. So that's why if you're gonna be a healer, you have to be a good one. Then here's some comments or the replies I got when I posted this on Reddit. It was Day perk is quite useless, not gonna lie. Emil perk is at least useful, because the perks are very similar in a sense, where they both need a revive for their ability. But Day is useless, and at least Emil can have that little shield benefiting the team where he doesn't get down as fast, if that makes any sense. But then being a healer is difficult, somebody said, because of how much you actually have to let them move. But what I'm trying to say though is that, like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. So if you want to be a good healer, here are a few tips. Number 1, do not revive in front of the killer. I don't care if you're Arlo. This happens. If you're going to play Arlo, just because you give a shield to other people doesn't mean you need to take unnecessary risks. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. That's when that little motive, like that little thing, comes into play, where it's just because you can does not mean you should. Because so many people do this, and it makes me so annoyed. I made a full video about it. I made a full video on my channel doing an Arlo rant, like last year, because people kept on reviving in front of the killer. Just because the ability grants you a shield when you're revived does not mean, when you revive someone, it does not mean you should be reviving in front of the killer. I don't care, unless it's an emergency or a risk where if that person gets down, y'all are cooked, or if that person gets down and you're the only one that can revive. Otherwise, what are we doing here? What is the reason? Because there is no reason at all for you to be reviving for the killer if it's unnecessary. Taking an unnecessary risk makes you a bad healer, because as a healer, you have to like know when to do things, and that's not a good time when to do something. Because you're a healer, you're support. You're not just you're reviving somebody in front of the killer. You basically just lost your team somebody to help on the gens, but you also kind of solidify their own fate. So if they're trying to level up somebody, if their ability was actually useful, like imagine our Iris. Let me tell you, Iris, she gives a pot. Iris gives a pot for every to anybody after like 6 minutes. No, not 6 minutes. After 240 seconds. And so because she does that, you don't realize that, like, when you're trying to revive a person, especially somebody like Iris, in front of the killer, you're doing more harm than good. And I just personally, I don't rock with it, you know? Like, out of everything I do and don't like, I don't like that. I can tell you that much right here, right now. Is that it's not it. It's just not it, if that makes any sense. We're doing it all in the technicals around chat. This is actually crazy. It better be idle. It better be idle, though. It better be idle. Because if it's not, they're cooked. It's idle, for sure. Okay, but like what I was saying, you can't revive him from the killer, because that's really just useless. 100% idle. Like, I really feel like it has to be 100% idle. It has to be. It has to be. It has to be idle, 100%. But yeah, also, I think some players are good. If you're a beginner, you're just starting out learning how to revive, Arlo is a good one. But you cannot revive in front of the killer, because that makes you a sucky healer. And I don't care. And then, also, don't be one of those people that are greedy for the XP. Because being greedy for the XP is so annoying as a healer. When you're greedy for XP, you gain nothing. You gain nothing, by the way, by being greedy, except losing your teammates. And then once, here's the thing with me at least. Once people start getting greedy on a gen, that's like my sign And that's what tells me, you know what, I'm not giving you any more revives. Before, it's like, I'll respect the whole thing of, you need this revive more than I do, until you start being greedy with it. And you can tell when somebody's greedy with the revive, because all they will do is kind of try and revive in front of the killer. Or they'll revive when times are necessary. Or if somebody's like, don't revive, killer's right here. Why are we reviving? Why are we doing that? That's the true question of the hour, is why are you reviving when it's not necessary? Crap, dang it. But why? I just don't get it. You have no reason to be reviving in front of the killer. And so when you do that, that makes no sense to me at all. You should not be reviving in front of the killer at all. I'm being honest with you guys. Don't do it. Because once you do that, it shows you're greedy for XP. If you're playing with somebody who's like me, you're not gonna get any more revives if it's up to me. Because then at that point, if I'm playing Millicent, because she's like kind of my perk main at the moment, then you're never ever getting a revive. You're never getting the revive. If it's up to me, at least. If it's up to me, no revive is being given. Chat, we are cooked. We're cooked, chat. We're cooked. We're screwed. We're cooked with a capital C. Oh my gosh. Dang, that's embarrassing. But yeah. That's just like not a good move. And it shows you lack everything by doing that. Let me get these revive. Let me revive everybody. Also, stop. If your gen is nowhere near being done, but somebody is downed and it's a killer that makes their bleed out a certain percentage lower, go save them. Because why are you trying to do a gen that's almost dead for? Like, what is the reason? What is the point? How does this benefit you at all? It doesn't, by the way. It doesn't benefit you to be that selfish and greedy. Just to let y'all know. Shoot. Chat, we might be cooked. We might be cooked. Adriana, thank goodness somebody got that. Thank goodness somebody got her. Why? This is why we hate them. We hate the slasher maids, because they stop crawling, you stupid rat. But basically, yeah, just don't revive in front of the killer. Also, you have to time it. If you're gonna be Linden is such a complicated character. Do you guys want a free round? Nah, not the pig. No, what's the point? What's the point of that? That's sad. But, let me think about what I was saying, honestly. Yeah, don't revive with the killer. It's selfish and greedy. If you want to play Lennon, he is complex. He's complicated to play. So, don't. Don't play Linden. You can't actually play Linden. It's going to take practice. Think about it. You're going to have to basically kind of be shadowing. Anytime somebody gets in chase, you're probably going to have to hop off a jet and shadow. You're going to have to shadow the person who's in chase, just so that way you guys can kind of get a little bit good. Just so that way you guys are good. You kind of got to shadow sometimes. What the fudge? Actually, are we actually doing this right now? Is this what we're doing? Shoot, I'm cooked. Dang it. I need a free round. We were never going to survive. I guess the majority wants to die then. Ooh. Okay. But basically, yeah, here we're going to go back to our survivors. Day is we basically covered Day is kind of useless. Arlo, if you're going to be Arlo, don't revive him from the killer, but he's a good player if you want to learn. Emil is too, if you want to learn how to kind of revive, but also get that little stack to kind of learn how to loop a little bit. He's good. So I'd say him. Tabitha is a 10 out of 10 healer every time. Tabitha also gains. So with Tabitha, she's one of those killers. I don't think I can say that, but just kill me now, honestly. She's good. She's a good healer. One thing I will say, I'll play a healer next time. I'm gonna play Millicent. I'm gonna show y'all how you play. I'm gonna try and play I don't want to say I can play every healer, but they're perks, right? A lot of these guys are simple and easy. Like, if you can aim, you got a lot of good people. If you can aim, beat a Keri. You want to revive from a distance, beat a Keri. Honestly, when it comes down to being a good healer, it's knowing when to and not to revive. It's knowing about when you should and shouldn't do something, you know? Especially when it comes to, like, people like Arlo who give a shield when they're revived, but also Millicent. Because Arlo can revive, but you should not be reviving in front of the killer just because it doesn't put you at risk. Because guess what? Here's the thing. Everyone knows when you revive in front of the killer, the person being revived is much more vulnerable because they were just probably panicking and telling you, do not revive me in front of the killer. Do not revive me in front of the killer. So you go after the most obvious and easiest kill after. Like, when you get down and you're picked up right in front of the killer, that person that was picked up is the most vulnerable. So the killer's easily, if they have a brain, they're going to go and target the person that just got picked up in front of them. Because you basically just gave them that win. Because they know that that person is going to probably try me processing it, or they can't simply run away as fast. So, don't revive for the killer if you're Arlo. With Millicent, she can revive further. She can revive from a distance. So, even if you are not at risk of being downed, don't just try and revive her. I've done that before, and it's like, honestly, I feel so bad because I will revive them once the killer's left them, but then as soon as they get picked back up, the killer's right back near them. And it turned out the killer was hiding in the shadows, but it was out of my, like, eyesight because I was on the top floor and they were on the bottom floor. And I didn't realize that at the time. This was on the Empire map, Empire Finance. It was on that map, but I didn't realize it. And so it sucked. It, like, really sucked that I did that, and I felt so bad. Because, like, they looped the entire time. But it was the fact that if I can't see the killer in my eyesight, but they could see it in theirs, they weren't giving me any information either. Also, if you're a healer, healers, for some reason, seem to do this the most, is when they're down, they never tell people where they are. It's like you're down. You can't even go anywhere anyways. You can't even get the heal yourself. So you trying to gatekeep where you're down? Makes no sense at all. And all it does is, like, make me super confused. But then I'm like, what are we doing? Because why are you trying to hide your location when you, like, you can't even revive it? Why? Especially, it's mainly only against Unforgotten. If we can't even see where you are, why are you trying to hide your location? Why are you trying to gatekeep your location for us reviving you? Also, as a, like, healer, if you really want the revive, then as soon as somebody gets down, you kind of have to just hop off your gen immediately. You cannot stay on a gen as soon as somebody gets down and then expect people to leave you to revive them, especially when it's somebody that can make your bleed out go out faster, or you can't, or it's like when you're down, you're automatically at a lower bleed out. You can't expect people to wait for you because you want to finish your gen and get the gen XP when your job is a healer. If you're gonna be a healer, be a freaking healer. That's the most, like, that's the only really true thing I can say is if you're gonna be a healer, then be an actual healer. So I'm gonna be Millicent. Like, her stats are pretty good, so I'm gonna be her. But don't just go around healing people in front of the killer. That's the big thing, because a lot of healers seem to do that. A lot of people claim to be great healers, but for some reason they always can never do a good job at healing and never do their job of staying in, like, their little zone of being a healer. Because you can't be a healer, a gen rusher, and a looper, but still expect people thing. You cannot be a healer, a gen rusher, and a looper while still expecting people to let you have the revive like you did and just put your way. Also, here's the thing. Do not put yourself in harm's way, because that makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. You want to be top priority healer or whatever, but then you actively put yourself in the chase for the chase XP, or you're actively choosing your gen over somebody that's down. It's different if your gen is almost done. If your gen's halfway done, the person's all the way across the map, and there are other people closer, but you want the heal, that's stupid. That's delusional. You're not getting the heal. And getting upset about it, you cannot get upset when somebody takes a heal or heals somebody when you're either across the map or you're just choosing to not revive anybody, and you're choosing to put yourself in chase. You cannot make a different choice. You can't decide, oh, I want to be a looper or I want to be a gen rusher right in this moment, but then tell people at the beginning of a round or ask people if you can get the revive, or decide when it's convenient for you and you see somebody's already reviving that you finally decide to get off your gen and go to the revive, and then crouch over and over again asking for the revive. Then when they don't give you the revive, be like, bruh, And that was super specific because it happens so many times to so many people. And it's like, also, don't even joke. If you're Day, I'm going to tell you, the Day Slater is real. Don't even joke about not getting a revive, especially when you choose to not revive. That's what I will say. Because every time people do that, I get, like, so ticked off. I'm like, what are you doing? It's like, you see, I'm a healer. Somebody got down, so I hopped off my gen, and I'm going to see, is the killer near them? No, the killer is not near them. Then also, as a healer, save the gen first. If that person is not low, save the gen first. That's all I'll say. Just save the gen first. Also, if it's against a stealth character or mobility character, killer like Ghost, sometimes you have to wait those extra seconds. Because it's obvious when the killer is still lurking, I think. And it's obvious when it's not lurking. Well, the killer's not lurking. So I just think that sometimes we have to be diligent, you know? That's just my thought, though. Just at the big house near the beach. Okay, that's great. But yeah, you can't but also just never, as a Day, never complain about something. Like, especially if you pick another option. Because you will get, like, people will let you know how they feel about you. Because that gets annoying. They'll be like, dang, bro. You can't even joke about not doing it, though. Not getting revived. You can't even joke about it like that. It'd be obnoxious. Because it's just weird. It's because Day mains, it's happened so much to the point where it's an issue. Then now when you see it, you're like, oh my gosh. It's like annoying now. Because what are you doing? Why are you doing this again? And what's the reason? Especially because so many Day mains choose to actively not do their job, but then get mad when somebody else does their job for them. The amount of Day mains that I've seen take chase while also spamming in chat, let me revive, no one revive. Then they get down, then they get mad when somebody else revives. What are you doing? What are you doing? What's the reason? There's no point. You gain nothing. Also, I'm going to tell you right now, as Iris, you are 100% allowed to be petty as Iris. If some people are being ungrateful, if you place a flower down for somebody on 1 life, or even have 2 lives, so they don't take it, you're allowed to take that pot back and be petty. I'm being 100% honest. You are allowed to take that pot back and be petty. Because as Iris, you're already going to be a target because you can get out extra lives. And so, to not even be grateful, because you're putting yourself at risk. Anytime you're playing Iris, by the way, you are putting yourself at risk. And so, because of that, it's just not worth it to have people be petty. At that point, get yourself, like, this is going to sound awful, but at that point, if you're Iris and nobody's going to be appreciative of you, you're allowed to take that pot back and get yourself killed by the killer on purpose and prove a point. Because I do that. I would always say when like the underworld freezes over, then I'll play Iris again. And it has not frozen over and I played Iris again. Dang it, I clicked too early. Oh my gosh, what the heck is happening? Am I sick, chat? I don't think so. But like, it just gets annoying. Especially as an Iris. So you're allowed to be petty, but it's also a thing of you cannot be rude to somebody. You cannot be rude to an Iris and then expect them to give you a flower afterwards. You can be like, don't be petty, but also at the same time, you can't just trash talk somebody the entire game or whatever, or just like be in an argument with them and then, you know, expect them to give you a flower, because that's entitled behavior. It's just weird too. It's really weird, in my opinion. And so, yeah. Let me think of anything else. I think I was gonna say something else. Not really sure. Let me think. Like, save the gen. Oh, she did. Thank goodness. I love when people save a generator. It's so useful and so cutie coded. Not really. But save your gens, guys. Because save the gens in the person. Oh my gosh. What is happening? Am I getting sick, chat? Let me just do this real quick. I'm saving to Pinterest, by the way, as I'm doing this. That's not a good example. But, hey. This is just how to be a good healer. But basically, I'm telling you what to do. Don't revive him from the killer. Don't take unnecessary risks. Don't be entitled. Don't put yourself in a different position than what you are. If you're a healer, be a healer. And don't be upset when somebody else does your job for you because you refuse to do it in that moment. Like, people are reviving right now. Am I salty? No, because I chose to do this gen instead. I got 9. If I have 9 repair, I don't care if I get the revive or not. With my 9 repair, I'll gen rush happily as Millicent with my 9 repair. Like, it will happen. It will happen. I will gen rush with my 9 repair every day of the week. Because ain't no way I'm not going to have this. Like, ain't no way. If I have great stats, I'll be a healer, I'll be a looper, I'll be whoever. With whatever my original, like, if my ability is to be a gen rusher, but I'm not here looping, fine by me. Fine by me, I do not care. I'll do it. And that's just who I am. I'm not going to be a person that's like, bro, I was right here. Like, I'm not going to be that type of person, because that makes no sense. But those are those people that choose to, like, don't ever be this person where somebody's down. Like, imagine this tree is the down person, and I'm just crouching right in front of you. Like, for what? If you're right there, revive. If you're right there, revive. Because it makes no sense to be like, I'm gonna let somebody, if somebody's all the way across the map and they'll be like, on my way, okay, give them like a good 30-second grace period. Well, okay, if you can tell the kill, I'm gonna just say this. There's so many thoughts running through my head right now. If you know that where the killer is, don't actively go in the path of the killer. I'm just saying. Me personally, I just think don't actively go in the path of the killer to get to somebody reviving. That makes no sense. At all. Like, at all. Don't go in the path of the killer. Sorry guys, the WIKI is playing. Hold on. I can revive the guy, but I have to think, is it worth it? Is that capture in time? Yeah. Okay. That's awful. Let me think. It's hot in here. I think I might be getting. Am I getting sick, chat? I know when I'm getting sick though, because my throat always starts hurting first. It's never anything else. Are we gen locked? Die for you. Yeah. I can't sing. It's fine. Let me think. Is there any other tips? I'm trying to think if there's any other tips I should give y'all for being killer. Not for being killer, but being like a healer support. Oh, do your job. If you know what you're good and not good at, stick to your strengths. Play to your strengths, guys. That's all I'll say. The frick. Also, if you're watching this video, this applies to everybody. Do not crawl away if the killer is not near. Because guess what? The further you crawl away, the more I have to move to catch up to you. Because it wasn't like in V1 where it didn't matter how far you crawled. As long as somebody started reviving, you could go ahead and go anywhere else. It's not like that anymore. So basically, you have to be in a certain proximity to be revived. Or for the revive to keep going. Because in V1, it didn't matter how far or close you were. If you were able to, you could. If you were able to revive in that moment, then the person who was being revived could crawl so far away, like across the map far away. But it's not like that anymore. So you can't just crawl wherever, whenever. Because that's just not how that works. I need a pot. I need a flower, guys. I need a flower. We're gen locked too. Crap. I think I pretty much covered everything. I like it. Okay, we're gonna do this shit. I need my sound on. My sound has to be on, but it's off. Come on, my mom. Not gonna lie, that was crazy. I was trying to hide. You little piece of crap. You should feel ashamed of yourself. What are we doing? I can't believe this. I don't care. It's fine. Try to think if there's anything else I should tell y'all. I don't think so. So we're gonna go ahead and switch to our little segment. We're gonna probably stop streaming here after this round, and then I'm gonna start streaming right back up again. But that stream's gonna be titled "How to Be a Good Gen Rusher," because you know I'm just weird like that, low-key. No, I'm not. I'm not weird at all. I'm not. Yeah. That was awful. That's awful, Chad. That's awful. 5 minutes of a gen lock. That's awful. This one, get like all the undetectables on the gen. Iris! Also, Iris can loop. Chat, let's look at Iris's stats real quick. She got 6 stamina, but she can loop like crazy. Just to let y'all know that. I need to change my avatar, I'm not gonna lie. I hate that one. For at least Daybreak, at least.
Come on. Let's go on the next party.
Ooh, okay, let her cook. Iris, run, Makoto, run. Thank you. This is how you loop, Chad. This is good. Imagine if she just died after that. Oh, no, she didn't. Black spike. Hold on, Iris. Dang. Okay, Iris. Dang it. Yeah, that's right. You know, sometimes I do these videos and then I realize that, like, I'm basically giving people the tips and things to beat me. That's basically all I'm doing is giving y'all tips on how to beat me. But it's not that hard, honestly. I suck at the game. Like, I played for probably 3 or 4 years at this point, and I still can't loop. So, I'm semi-decent now. Just semi. Which is crazy. Why did I jump when I died? I don't know, bro. I don't know why you jumped when you died. But, let me think of something else to say that has a value. Oh, yeah, Callum is good. I mean, I don't really understand his purpose, but hey. He has good healing stats, so. Also, if you just want somebody with good healing stats, then it don't really matter who you play. Well, I mean, it kind of does, honestly. Dante's really good. Chat. Dante's regular stamina is 7, right? But when he has that lantern on, that speed he gets when he's running is just so good. Y'all don't get it. The lantern radius, they gave a 25% speed boost. Yeah, they gave that 25% speed boost, which is really good. It's really good. And so he's great. He's great for helping. He's like the key. When people say support, they mean Dante. Like, if there has to be a definition of a support character, I'm saying Dante has to be it, though. Because the way Dante can, like, if you place that lantern at a key prime looping spot in the map, and guess what? You just helped out so many loopers at that area. Because now they get that little speed boost. So they can conserve their stamina in that area. It's so useful. GG's. But yeah, okay. That's it. If y'all, I'll see y'all next time. Later. We're gonna go back and do stream number 2 now. How to be a good gen rusher. I also might fix some cereal. So yeah, I have to go check on these fish. So we'll be back. Bye.